stream's up. Let me go ahead and hit this real quick. Okay. So, let's see here in my handy dandy notebook thingamabob. A new update I kind of added in. It's not really like something that's vital for you guys to know. It's more like just kind of giving you guys a little bit of insight on why I'm running it the way I run it. Um, Basically, it's a mechanic that I titled called Speed Combat. Um, Essentially, it's a different style of combat compared to traditional turn-based combat of D&D, designed to depend on DM discretion and to maintain the flow of a fight scene. Um, Essentially, it's a lot like what we were doing last session. If you guys are noticing, I wasn't really having you roll initiative or like telling you when your turn was over. I just kind of said, "What do you want to do?" Okay, now this is happening, and like I just kept like going. So
I
essentially,
did
speed.
notice that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
essentially, if that's happening, I'm intending to do it that way because if I do it turn based, it kind of just slows down the scene way too much and just kind of drags it on.
For sure.
So
That's fair.
it's my way to try to maintain um the flow of the fight, especially if it's like a chase, like this one is. Um, so when I am doing that though, it takes a lot of like mental strength to keep up with it. So just try if I'm missing things or I say something wrong or if I slip up on something, please feel free to tell me. Let me know if I whatever if anything at all comes up that doesn't make sense, just raise a hand, ask a question, all that.
Why I love nothing more than telling you you fucked up. So will do.
True.
Story of my fucking life.
We got a
Uh,
crowd full of haters here.
okay, so last time on Subspace, you all were returning to the old man back in the Waterfall Citadel. You had encountered a late night party where Corwin encountered a group of hooded folk who seemed to want no business with him. Dphomointhus and Orbweeb met a half-orc named Grok, and afterward, barely escaping the party, you all returned to the old man who needed the lotus flower. Shortly after getting inside, you all quickly found you were locked in. The old man seemed terrified once the otherworldly presence noticed the magical power emanating from the platinum dragon egg and from one of you as well, having said, and I quote, "The chosen one, he's met our Lord." What's up?
I don't know if it's just me, but on my end for Twitch, nothing's coming up. All I see is Red Romeo and Round Table, and then a dude pushing up a katana. That's the stagnant picture I got.
I'm
Uh,
on the stream.
Let me
It's
fact check
pulling
it real
up.
quick.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I can see it on here.
Right, let me
Yep, I
try
got
and
it
It
too.
says
refresh it.
You might need to refresh.
Okay.
Um, you all tried to escape where Corwin was quickly knocked prone by a magical barrier placed on the door. O'Flanagan leaped in the way of Orweeb and Dphomointhus and took a direct magical blast that sent him through the wall, slamming into the building on the other side of the street. The old man you all were trying to help seemed to grow even more terrified as a magical armor overtook his body at the command of the otherworldly voice. You all took off running, leaving O'Flanagan collapsed on the road. You tried to help him, but he told you all to run. Steve climbed a nearby tower and vanished across the rooftops in a full-on sprint. The old man turned into a magical knight and began to pursue you all. You could see he has signs of pain in his eyes. As the chase began, otherworldly beings seemed to materialize before you and began to join the chase as well. You managed to defeat two of these monstrosities, as one of them announced themselves to be the members of the cult of Vecna. We returned to Corwin, collapsed into a market stand, and Dphomointhus locking blades with the old man turned evil knight. And across the way, Orbweeb had changed back into her normal self after her magical potion given to her by Zachariah had worn off. And that is where we will resume after this quick intro.
my name is Natanya, and I play Orbweeb, the half-elf druid.
Hello, I'm Preston. I play Corwin, the half-elf warlock.
Hey, my name's Annika. I play Dphomointhus, the tiefling bard.
Hi, I'm Wyatt. I'm the Game Master, and this is Subspace D&D.
Okay, then we come back to this scene. Like I was saying, oh my god, what the fuck? A second here. We're just gonna get rid of you.
Bless you.
Bring you back here. Okay.
And I don't want to do this. After this, too
What
stressful.
optimism to start off this session.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, that's
something-
right. We're getting our ass kicked.
That's
Yeah,
something
we're
a
getting
DM always wants to hear at the start of the session. Just, man, I don't want to do this.
I don't want to take this on, man.
Alright, just a
All
second.
right.
Let me pull up a. Okay. So Dphomointhus, you are currently holding down your longsword against his behemoth blade. And you can see this old man that's now become an evil knight is trying to raise it as his arms are shaking. And Corwin, you can look up and you can see like the mist almost, like a red kind of mist is kind of flung over you guys after that monstrosity that called out that they were the cult of Vecna had exploded before your eyes. As the blood mist kind of flows down across the way, Orbweeb, you can see down the road. You can see what looks as the mist clears from your lightning blast and from your monstrous form. You can see Dphomointhus is holding down the behemoth blade of this old man turned into an evil knight. You can see his behemoth blade is starting to lift out of the concrete, and as it does, the concrete kind of cracks and shifts as the blade lifts off the concrete. And you can see Dphomointhus is losing strength as he's trying to hold it down. Dphomointhus, give me a strength check to see if you can keep holding down his behemoth blade.
Do you want a strength saving throw or just a...
Just a strength check.
Okay. Come on, computer. Okay. Well,
You got a 3? Ooh. Okay. So you're watching Dphomointhus is trying his best to hold down that blade, and as he is, you just suddenly see the longsword gets flung upward, and Dphomointhus actually takes a couple of steps back, and this knight swings up this behemoth blade upward, and looks to Dphomointhus as he does. Corwin, as you're laying on the ground, you're kind of watching him swing up his blade. You can get an attack of opportunity as you watch the blade rise up to the sky, and he's looking daggers into
Please do.
Dphomointhus' eyes.
I'm
I'd really like it if you did that.
I'm gonna take my okay, I have it equipped. I'm gonna take my hand axe and swing it at his ankle, try and distract him from hitting Dphomointhus.
Your hand axe?
Yeah.
All right, give me an accuracy check, attack roll, whatever you want to call it.
Mother fuck.
Uh,
You got a
Okay.
6.
We ain't making it out of the hood, man.
Okay. Corwin, you kind of like raise your. You said it was a hatchet.
Yeah.
You see, you pull your hatchet from your side pocket, and you go to swing it at his Achilles heel, and you just miss entirely. And you watch his blade begins to come down towards Dphomointhus. Dphomointhus, if you'd like, I can give you a reaction to his blade coming down towards you.
I would love that. Let me see.
Your asshole
Can I
out of it.
just Willow? Can I just, as an action, just sprint away? Can I like just try to dodge away and leave?
Yeah, you can give me a dodge. Give me a dexterity savings throw.
Okay. Perfect. $13?
13, yeah. So, let me give him a quick check. I totally forgot about that.
And this was the old man, right?
Yeah, this is the old man that had become a new knight. Give me
Yeah.
a second here. I just ran into
Oh,
a
bitch.
issue.
You old bitch.
What the shit are you doing? Okay. Yeah, so you got a 13 on your dexterity save?
I did.
Okay, so he raises his sword to the sky and he goes to swing it back down towards you, and you do this kind of thing where you take a step back and you leap past Corwin and you kind of slide across the concrete as you watch the blade come between Corwin and himself and slams into the concrete. Corwin, you get somewhat startled as you watch this behemoth blade come right towards your legs and slam next to you. Give me a charisma check or your composure.
The
Or we,
composure.
yeah. Or
Yeah.
Weeb, you're across the way and you're watching that Dphomointhus just narrowly dodged its attack as a sword came crashing down. You're watching as it seems to be Corwin is still somewhat just laying in the market stand, collapse into it as he recently crashed into it, destroying it in the process. People around you are kind of clearing the area. You don't see any guards in sight, and a lot of the civilians seem panicked as they're running away. What would you like to do?
Did that lightning strike hit him from the last session?
That one, no. Your lightning strike hit the monstrosity that exploded.
Okay. Could not keep up with all the monstrosities.
Yeah,
So I was
there's a lot.
unsure.
So this one in particular, the one that you guys had destroyed was of a undead nature. And the one that you're currently fighting is just more of a spectral knight.
Okay. I'm going to run back and grab the bag with the egg.
Okay, yeah, you turn around and you quickly run around the block that you came from, and you see the satchel laying in the ground, unharmed, exactly where you left it. You run over, you pick it up.
And everything's still in it?
Yes, you don't need to investigate it. It feels the exact same way. You can tell everything else is still in there. Primarily, you can tell the egg is in there.
Perfect. That's all I want. I think that takes up, unfortunately, all of my movement, though.
Yeah, you're good. What do you want to do next?
Where am I?
Leave.
You're right there.
Okay. Boy. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna take a dagger and throw it at that guy.
Okay.
It seems like a really long.
I mean, I can walk a little bit closer. I'm trying to get him away from you guys, so.
Yeah, no, all appreciated.
Yeah, I Appreciate that.
Okay, so you kind of come around from this alleyway after you grab your satchel. You come running around this market stand, and you're quick to see as Corwin's kind of like trying to like scoot himself out of the way. He got a 12. You can well, Corwin is starting to seem somewhat panicked, and he seems to be like he's trying to figure out what he wants to do next, but he seems to just be almost not petrified, but in a nervous state of mind. Corwin, you're
Playing some
watching.
hard defense.
Corwin, you're watching as he looks at you, looks at Dphomointhus, who dodged out of the way, and looks back at you, and you can see uh, the eyes of the old man seem to still be very human and in pain as he's bringing his blade back up, and you can tell he's directing his gaze towards you now. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna still throw that dagger.
Yeah, we'll do that in a second.
Okay.
I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna blast him in the face.
Okay.
Word.
Word.
Mother.
So Corwin.
It spun on 19 and fell over to 3.
So, Orbweeb, you're reaching behind you as you're pulling out one of your daggers, and you're bringing your arm back to throw the dagger across the way. As you run around the shack, you watch Corwin brings his hand up, and you can see a purple-like energy begin to swirl around his wrist and come up to his palm, and then just kind of flickers, and nothing happens. And Corwin looks at his hand,
Oh
and
no.
goes like this again, and you don't see anything happening. You go to throw your dagger, give me a hit roll.
Wonderful. Sorry.
You're good.
A.
You
We're doing so good,
throw
guys.
your dagger across the way, and it only gets about halfway before it kind of just tumbles on the ground and bounces along the pavement. You didn't quite
I
give
don't have a
enough
strong
strength
throwing
into
arm.
it to get it fully across that roadway. Dphomointhus, you are watching as Corwin's hand is facing the this knight, and you're just watching his Eldritch Blast is flickering in his palm like nothing's happening. Almost kind of like a lighter with no oil. It's just poof, poof, poof. Nothing's happening. What would you like to do?
So this old man, would you still consider him a humanoid?
Yes,
Okay, sorry, I had the hiccups.
you're good. And you guys are more positioned like. I need to knock him prone.
Okay, I'm gonna try to use Charm Person on the old man. And try to charm him to leave us the fuck alone for a little while.
Okay. What's the
So
conditions?
he has to make a wisdom savings throw. Oh, it says it must make a wisdom savings throw and does so with advantage if you or your companions are fighting it. So
he has wisdom on advantage?
yes.
Okay. His best roll was a 15.
Never mind.
Okay,
Yeah, he needed
Dphomointhus.
or higher.
You pull out what's your instrument of choice?
A lute.
A lute. You pull out your
The
lute.
tiny guitars.
You strum on it, and you just go, "Leave us alone." And he just kind of like looks over to you, and you see his gaze actually leaves Corwin for a moment, and now he begins to targeting you. And he swings his blade
God damn
onto
it.
his shoulder, and it kind of just slams down onto his shoulder, almost like he's trying to hold his weight up against it, as the sword seems to be actually crushing him as he's trying to hold this blade over his shoulder. And you see he kind of like holds himself in a way where he's about to charge you. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
That's great. Okay. That did not work out at all. Oh, never mind. I hit the wrong thing. That's straight. Ignore
You're
that
good.
'cause it's bad. Oh, that's not much better. 11.
11. He rushes forward. Let's see. He rushes forward and he kind of stops short and just stops right in front of you, and you can feel his breath come through his helmet almost and like seeps onto your face as he's like literally this close to you. Um as he's almost seeming to try to intimidate you. Give me a charisma saving throw.
Oh, I can do that all day. I got a +5.
Nothing scares you, Dphomointhus.
Okay.
Yep.
So the
Fuck
knight
me.
rushes at you. He gets in your face, and you can see the terror in his eyes as he lets out a breath, and the breath itself feels hot, almost like it's coming from like a steamer. As it does, and you're watching the blade over his shoulder, and this blade is massive, I mind you. It's so huge, you would imagine if you tried lifting it, it would just not even budge off the ground. Uh, you are now suffering disadvantage on any ability checks
Ouch.
against him.
So
Um,
Demoitus isn't afraid of anything except for that guy.
yeah, Corwin, as you watch the man rush past you and rush towards Demointhus, you see Demointhus kind of backs up and looks into his eyes and looks petrified. What would you like to do?
I'm standing now, right?
You can stand, yeah. Tap your movement to stand.
Yeah. Sweet. I'm gonna stand up, and because I'm behind him, I'm going to attack him.
All right. Attack of opportunity.
Great.
Nice.
Fucking something. There we go.
Please, please, please.
18.
Best roll of the
18.
game so far.
For
Okay.
real.
So, Corwin, you bring your hand up and you close your eyes, and you can feel the magic coming from your. It almost feels like it's coming from your heart as this purple-like energy swirls around you. Or we were watching along the way. You're watching this purple-like streams of light swirl around Corwin, climb up his arm, reach around his wrist again, wraps around to his palm. He puts his hand out and just goes poof, poof, and nothing happens. Corwin looks at his palm. Poof, poof, nothing happens.
Do the thing.
What would you like to do? Orbweeb.
Sorry.
You're watching Corwin just keeps
gonna-
trying to throw his palm out and it goes poof, 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 poof. Nothing's
Yeah.
coming out.
I'm gonna run up like 15 feet towards it and just yell like, "Hey, leave my friends alone!" or something. I don't know, to get its attention. And I'm gonna pull out a dagger. Another one.
Okay, so you're trying to draw his attention.
Yeah.
Give me a
Be like,
charisma
hey, come over here! Stop being such a douchebag.
check.
Be
Give me a
like, yeah,
charisma
do
check.
that.
Okay.
See if you draw out of his attention.
Don't look him right in the eyes. It's pretty scary.
I'll try not to.
He'll breathe on you.
Oh,
Breathe on.
21!
21.
with a 21.
Or Demointhus,
Charismatic
you're
as
watching
well.
as this knight is staring you in the eyes. You can see he's in some kind of pain, and then you just hear Orbweeb call out, "Hey, bitch!" He turns the corner, looks across the way, and you see he actually brings his blade off his shoulders and drops it to the ground and slams into the concrete, cracking the pavers beneath it. And you see all of his attention is directing towards Orbweeb. You're not quite sure what he's gonna do yet. Orbweeb, you're watching him face you. What do you want to do?
Going to. I'm gonna. Since he's still far away from me, I'm gonna use my wand of magic detection and try to figure out what his like school of magic is, or basically like what kind of vibe I'm getting from him, so I can keep that for a future reference.
Okay. What's the conditions?
I just use it like as long as they're within 30 feet of me. It says Sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any. And
Okay.
then it can penetrate most barriers.
Art.
Okay. You kind of bring your hand up and you kind of bring it out in a way like this, where you're angling your fingertips towards him. And you can see this light pulse from your hand, over and over again like a heartbeat. It just goes boof, ba boom, ba boom, ba boom, and you're watching. It almost highlights him in your vision, and you kind of hear the words echo through your mind of Maliki, and you just hear undead.
Oh shit.
What's its color?
Black. All right. Dphomointhus, you're
From the
watching this knight face
Writing.
towards Orbweeb. You're good. Notes are good. Dphomointhus, you're watching the knight face towards Orbweeb, and he takes a couple of steps forward. And you kind of feel, you can't see it, but you kind of feel pressure. Ba-boom. Ba-boom. As it seems to almost make you want to take a step back, but as quickly as it comes, it subsides just as fast. What would you like to do?
Do I detect
Do
magic on either Dphomointhus or Corwin?
On Dphomointhus, you do detect magic. On Corwin, you detect a faint magic.
Okay. I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
do I notice any weak spots in his armor?
You
Like
can
any
see
open
when
areas
looking
and
at
like
him, his knees and arms don't look that protected.
okay. Can I try to stab him in the arm with my longsword?
Yeah, okay. You bring your longsword back and you get ready to go and pierce through his arm as he's holding the arm holding his blade, right?
Yes, yeah. And
Okay.
I know I'm at disadvantage.
He's not facing you, so
Um
you'd be at advantage, so it'd balance out, so you just do a 1 roll.
oh, great, okay.
21. You hit. You take your
21.
longsword and you go to pierce his arm, and the longsword punctures into the wrapping that's going down his arm rather than plating. It's just like a kind of sports wrap almost. The longsword pierces into his arm and goes through it entirely, and you can kind of hear him wail out. He goes, "Whoa!" He looks down and he sees the longsword is through his arm, and he goes to kind of pull the longsword away from you with his punctured arm. Give me a strength saving throw. You'll have to outroll him. 4.
I hope he rolls like shit.
So you puncture into his arm, and you watch. It's almost like he flexes muscle, his bicep, and he just rips the longsword away from your grasp. And you're watching as he raises his arm. It seems like his grip on his own blade has weakened, and he's almost like a just a dangling wrist on it. The longsword is just halfway through his arm, and his just it's a bloody mess, essentially. Corwin, you seem somewhat
Does he take any
distracted.
damage for that?
You can give me a damage check, yeah. Corwin, you look into your palm, and you kind of just see the poofing as you begin to grow further confused. What would you like to do?
Well, that's not working. So,
You got a 1. Okay.
Well, I got a 1 on disadvantage, but I hit him while he was turned around. Is it still
So it'd just be 1 roll
okay?
because
That's
it would be advantage normally, so it balances out.
yeah.
as he's walking past, which is he left or right-handed?
You can see he is carrying his behemoth blade in his right hand.
Okay.
His left hand is the closest one to you.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna try and I'm gonna swing my hand axe at his left arm.
Okay. You grab onto your hand axe and you go to bring it upwards as the actual blade comes close to your face as you go to slash down. Give me a hit.
Sweet.
God damn it.
Damn, was that a natural one?
Sure was.
Oof.
+2. Don't forget that.
Oh,
Corwin,
honey.
you bring up your hatchet, and as you do, and you're gripping your hand around it, suddenly you get a pulse of pain as your previous injuries begin to surge, and you grab onto your wrist as the pain comes in waves, and you let go of the hatchet, and it drops down to the ground. You have begun to overexert your previous injuries. You're going to take 2 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Orbweeb, you're across the way,
Yes.
and he sees you can tell the knight is still trying to keep his attention on you, as he seems pretty focused on you. You watch as Dphomointhus slashed his blade into his arm, and he almost seems uncaring of what Dphomointhus is doing, and continues advancing towards you as his right arm seems to be almost mangled. With the long sword through his bicep, he's trying to hold on to his behemoth blade, but he's getting a dangling wrist as it's getting increasingly harder to hold on to that behemoth blade. And he starts advancing towards you.
Right on. Is
Wait,
he facing directly at me?
Yes.
Wonderful. And he's coming towards me as well?
He's taking steps towards you. Yes.
Wait, is my
Fantastic.
longsword still in his arm?
Yeah.
Can I try to rip that out real quick on a strength check before he goes away?
Yeah, so as he takes a step, go ahead and give me a strength check to rip it out of his arm.
Okay. I am out of spell slots, so I need that. 12?
12. You grab onto your longsword and you go to rip it out of his arm. And as you do, you can roll damage again, but you don't manage to hold on to the blade. And you let go. And he keeps walking with the blade in his bicep.
Alright. Hold on just a second. Four.
4 damage.
Yeah.
Okay. He starts taking steps towards Orbweeb. Orbweeb.
Alrighty, I'm gonna do the dagger throw again. I'm gonna try to throw it right at his head.
Okay. He starts kind of just
In the
trudging towards you like this. And you draw another dagger and you throw it. Give me to hit.
Please be good. Come on. 10.
10.
It was almost a 20.
Okay, so you throw your dagger across the way and you watch it fly down the road. And you watch as the dagger smacks into his shoulder plating and bounces off and goes flying the other way. And he just keeps trucking towards you as he's getting faster and faster. Corwin, you're
Brother,
watching
we're
him.
losing all our weapons.
Yeah, we are.
Corwin, you're watching
Alrighty,
him truck towards.
I'll draw my third dagger, and I'm not gonna throw it.
Okay, you draw your third dagger as he's trucking towards you. Corwin, you're watching the knight truck towards Orbweeb, and you watch the dagger smack into his shoulder plating and go flying past him, and it actually drops near your hatchet. Now, by your feet are a dagger and your hatchet.
Convenient. I have 2 weapon fighting. I'm gonna pick those up. And I'm gonna try and stab him in the back.
So you're gonna run up to him?
Yep.
Okay, you run up to him. On advantage, give me your 2-weapon hand fighting. And 2-weapon fighting, that's the one where your offhand still gets the bonus,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Yes. All right, so with the hand axe was a 17, and then with the dagger, 17.
That's a 7.
What's 7?
Wouldn't it is it advantage only with the
So
one
you
weapon?
so you do have to roll for each individual weapon. So is that just the hatchet?
Right. Yeah,
Okay.
so
So yeah.
the two 17s that showed up were the hatchet.
Okay. So you run up with the hatchet. Let me check. Okay, you run up with the hatchet and you go to swing into his back and you actually puncture and slice into his back as he's trucking towards Orbweeb. Give me damage for the hatchet.
Good. And because he's hexed, he gets an additional d6.
Sweet.
Ooh.
There's that. 5 plus 1.
So 6 damage.
6 damage. Yeah.
Oh, also when you
That
roll for
hex
your
really did
hatchet,
it.
this time's fine, but make sure you roll it from the actual item itself,
I
not on a
did.
cut. You got a custom roll on that one.
That was to be from the d6 hex.
Oh, from the D6. I thought the first one. Is it D6 for the hatchet?
Yeah,
Oh,
1d6.
okay, cool. All right, so um, you run up, you slice your hatchet into his back, and you see he kind of flinches as the hatchet slices through, and you pull it back. You bring up the dagger, and you go to hit him with the dagger.
Ten
10. Okay.
or a
It's
12.
12. All right, so you raise the dagger, and you go to slash him with the dagger, and you swing once, you miss. You swing another time, you miss both times. You kind of misgauge the dagger somewhat as you're pretty used to the hatchet. He trucks towards Orbweeb. Um,
Can I
Orbweeb, he approaches
use?
you. What would you like to
Oh,
do?
Wait, can I grant her with bardic inspiration real fast?
Do you have
Or is it
to
too late?
touch Orbweeb, or is it ranged?
It's ranged within 60 feet. Anybody that can hear me as a bonus action.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Um, Demointhus, you're watching as he gets closer and closer to Orbweeb, and you strum on your lute. Um, you cast Bardic Inspiration. What's the conditions of it?
So anybody within 60 feet that can hear you gains an inspiration die 1d6 for 10 minutes. The creature can add it to one ability check, attack roll, or savings throw. And this can
Cool.
be added after seeing the roll, but before knowing the outcome.
Okay.
So you can add that to anything, 1d6.
All right then.
right on.
Just once, or
Yep.
as much as you want.
It's just once, but I can give it to her 2 more times.
Cool.
If she
Okay.
wants it, but it's just the one time.
You as the night is approaching you, Orbweeb, you see Demointhus begins to strum on his lute, and you kind of feel it's the way you see it is you watch these lights kind of shoot from Demointhus and flies across the road. It's almost like colors of the rainbow almost like a prism. The light hits a prism and they come out like a rainbow, and each one strikes into you when you begin to feel empowered as this knight is
I feel
approaching you.
empowered.
What would you like to do?
Fantastic.
Yes,
All
girl
right, I
boss.
also have 2 weapon fighting, so I'm gonna stab him and punch him
Okay.
with all this
You
new gained confidence that I have.
you raise your dagger and you go to slash him with the dagger as he's approaching you. Give me uh your roll. You can add your d6
Alrighty.
to that or to the fist, your choice.
Okay, it said that I can roll the d6 after I know the outcome of the initial roll.
Yes.
So I'm gonna roll it and then see if I need to use the d6.
Okay.
Yeah. You just can't know if it hits or not.
Yeah. So that was a 17. So I'm going to not use the bardic inspiration for that and
Okay.
hope that it worked.
You take the dagger, and as he's rushing towards you, He's holding on to his blade with all of his might as the long sword still punctured through his bicep. You run up and you go to stab him in the chest with a dagger, and you watch as the dagger pierces through the armor and punctures him. Give me a damage roll.
Wonderful.
Plus 1d6.
If
she wants to use it there.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
for the
I'll
hex.
use the 1d6. I'll use the 1d6 for
Well, you
Oh
have
wait,
the
no, does the
1d6
hex
for the
go for
hex.
everybody?
Yeah, for the hex.
Yeah. Is that for everyone or is that just you?
Let me check. I'm pretty sure it's for any damage he takes. You place a curse on. You deal an additional 1d6 necrotic damage to the target whenever you hit it with an attack.
So then it's just you.
It must be just me.
I'll double check. Hold on. Place a curse on a creature that you can see within range. Until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to the target whenever you hit it with an attack. Also choose one ability when you cast a spell. The target has disadvantage on the ability checks made with a chosen ability. If the target drops 0 hit points before the spell ends, you can use your bonus action on a subsequent turn of yours to curse a new creature. So yeah, so it's just for you. So
Just me.
disregard the d6. You can use the
Can I
bardic one,
use
but
the
not the hex.
d6 from the Bardic Inspiration?
You can, yeah.
Is it for damage?
Yeah, you can use it for ability check, attack roll, or savings throw.
Okay. You can add the d6
Like,
to your damage
yeah.
if you like.
Yep.
Right on, I will use that. So my first roll was a 4. And then this one's a 3, so 7 damage.
Yay.
Okay.
Yay.
Your
And then I'm
dagger
gonna punch
pierces.
him.
All right. Your dagger pierces into his armor, and you kind of see as he kind of looks down as the dagger is sticking out of him. Before you go to punch him, give me a strength check to pull the dagger out of his chest before you raise your
Yeah,
fist
that's
to
fair.
continue.
You'll lose your weapons like I did.
7!
7. So you're so focused on making sure to connect with your fist, you let go of the dagger as it's stuck in his chest, and you bring your fist to punch him. Give me the roll.
That dude's just holding on to all of our weapons.
Nat 20!
Nat 20. Okay.
Nice.
To punch that bitch in
D&D
the
Beyond
face.
should automatically calculate the nat 20 into your that's for accuracy, wasn't it? So yeah, they should automatically
It
calculate
was
it.
only a 21.
But yeah, you got it. So since you got a nat 20, they'll automatically calculate your bonus into the damage.
Oh, to hit,
You should
yeah.
see it should be
Okay,
like
cool.
lit up, and it'll say like 2d4, I think is for punching.
So it actually just has this little thing. I don't know if you can see. So I'm gonna press that
Yeah,
and see
click
what
it.
happens.
Look at
0.
0.
You must not be able to fight with your hands. That might be
Why
why
does
you have
it
that
give me
symbol.
the option then?
That's I don't know. I don't have any characters that are like that.
Okay.
Hold on.
Well,
Stand by.
I guess that was a
Punch-
nat 20 for nothing.
Your
punch the
swing was
shit out of him.
accurate.
Did I hit him?
Yes.
Yes. Did it do anything?
No.
No.
Unarmed
Valid.
strike is 0 damage. You cannot do any damage with it with an unarmed strike.
That's
All right.
fucked up. All right, that's fucking
Now
stupid.
I know what that fun
It
little
must
thing
be because
means.
you're a druid. Maybe they're pacifists. I don't.
Mine says that I don't have any damage either, which makes me wonder. It says I
Mine
don't
has
do any
bludgeoning
damage.
on it. Like if I roll mine, I get
Yeah, I don't.
1.
If I roll mine, I don't get.
Let me see.
Hold on. I don't. Yeah, I don't have anything.
Yeah, Dphomointhus, you also can't. It must be based off the class. Let me see something. Or it could be if your strength stat is so low.
So I kind of found it. It says unarmed strike. You can punch, kick, headbutt, or use similar forceful blow and deal bludgeoning damage equal to 1 plus strength modifier.
That's what it is.
So it would.
So if you have a
it would-
negative,
It
it's
would
0.
be. For me, it would be a 0 because my strength modifier is -1.
Glad we got that figured out. Okay.
So that would be why mine is 0.
So you raise your fist and you go to connect, and you watch your fist slam into his helmet, and you just hear like a ding as it
Can I
rings.
roll like an intimidation so at least it like freaks him out?
Give me a charisma. Yeah.
Do you want me to roll charisma or intimidation?
Give me the intimidation. They factor charisma into that intimidation check.
Yeah. 20 modified.
Oh my
20.
god.
Okay. Let me see how he's looking with that.
You're trying to scare him by not hurting him when you hit him.
Correct.
I feel
Okay.
like that's right, bitch.
Your fist connects into his helmet, and the whole helmet seems to ring. Even Dphomointhus and Corwin can hear it ringing from across the way. And you watch as you pull your fist away. You feel somewhat nervous, as you can tell it didn't hurt him. But then you can see he actually backs away from you.
Good shit.
I'll take it.
He actually backs away and just kind of walks backwards and starts to look back towards Corwin and Dphomointhus and back to you. And he takes off, running this way.
Feeling scared, Potter?
You watch him run down this alleyway. Corwin and Orbweeb, since you're both in sight, you can take an attack of opportunity with a ranged item as he is running away from you.
Let him run.
Get my longsword.
Yeah, my dagger's in his
Oh.
chest.
Can I
You'll
try
let
and
him run?
run up behind him and just hold on to the handle of the sword and with his own weight just pull it out?
Yeah, so as he's running, you run up behind him and you go to grab onto the long sword in his bicep, right?
Yeah, just by the handle and just have him
Okay.
walk out of
You
it.
grab onto the handle of the long sword, and he's still throwing his arms around as he's running, so you will require a strength check.
A 9.
So, Corwin, you grab onto the long sword, and you can hear like a sigh of pain. He goes, "Ah!" And his arm rises up. He sees you holding onto the blade, and he goes to elbow check you. With a 20.
Yeah.
Okay. He
No, it doesn't hit.
brings his elbow back and clocks you in the nose with his elbow. You take 4 damage, and he continues running down the way.
Man. That was the only weapon I had.
Corwin, you're kind of like holding your face as you're like with one eye, you're watching him run down this alley, and you watch him get to a blockade right here, and you can see he looks up and he just leaps up to the top of the roof, and he gets on the actual shingles and starts running down this way. You can see him just booking it down the skyline.
Bitch.
Bitch.
I don't like that guy.
You turn back
Yeah,
to
I wanna go
Dphomointhus
take a
and
nap.
Orbweeb, and for now, the coast seems clear as you guys are kind of regrouping.
Can I pick up my dagger that I had thrown the first time?
I believe Corwin still has that dagger.
I had 3. One of them's in his chest. Corwin picked one up, and then the other one
Is in your
I
hand.
threw, and nothing happened.
Yeah,
So the
it's one
first one
that
he
just
threw
clattered on the
hit his
ground.
shoulder, hit the ground. Corwin grabbed that one.
No,
One he
No, that
stabbed.
was the
one
second
before
one.
The second one?
The first one she threw and she rolled really badly, so it just like clattered onto the
Oh, right.
ground.
Okay. Yeah.
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 You head back halfway at the halfway point, pretty much exactly where you're standing. You kneel down and you pick up
Right
your
on.
dagger. You now have 1 dagger in your inventory. Unless Corwin gives you the one he has, you should remove the other daggers.
I've already removed them as I threw them.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna give her dagger back.
Corwin kind
Thanks.
of holds out your dagger to you, and you take it back into your inventory. You can add a dagger back into your inventory.
Woohoo.
You all kind of regroup. You kind of look around. The whole area seems cleared out. You don't have any sight of Steve or of Flanagan or civilians or even guards,
Oh.
for the matter.
Can I call out for Steve using my brain?
Sure, yeah. Or Weeb kind of just like looks around and goes, "Steve, Steve."
No, I said using my brain. I want to
Oh, like you want to
telepathically
telepathically
communicate to
do
that
it?
boy. I want to call out for him just using my mind and see if it works.
You guys can see, or Weeb kind of starts just like looking around, almost like Orweeb's looking for something, and Orweeb, you know that you're just saying Steve in your head, hoping he magically shows up and
Horribly.
joins you again.
Hell
Would
yeah.
Okay,
what do
I'm
you,
gonna start yelling his name for real, cause I'm scared and I miss him.
Dphomointhus, you start calling out for Steve, and you don't see him anywhere in sight.
Man,
Can I
I'm gonna.
use my animal handling to try a little bit harder with my brain?
Um, Not really. If you want, you can roll for it, but I'll tell you right now,
Okay.
it's not gonna work. There will be a DC for it, and if you roll stupid well, a nat 20 will not do it. I'll say that right now. A nat 20 won't do it. But if you roll stupid good, you
Damn.
might be able to do it. If you want to try.
22.
No.
Okay.
God damn it.
Well, when you kind of look around and you start trying to think about taming animals and what techniques you would use to get Tux to submit, not Tux, get Steve to submit to you.
I already make Tuck
It's like,
submit to me.
To get Steve to submit to you, and nothing changes.
Okay. I guess I'll just
oh,
hope.
Okay,
I just.
what would you guys like to do?
Should we go
I
back
need.
for a Flanagan?
Yeah, we should also take a long rest because I am out of everything.
That's fair.
You try to take a long rest, and you see a little HUD bar pops up, and it says, "You may not rest now. There are monsters nearby." No, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna input a mod that
Shut up!
says disregard nearby enemies, sleep whenever.
Slash cheats enabled.
Yes.
Okay, so
Minecraft on the brain.
Dphomointhus, you kind of recommend that you guys should get some rest. At the moment it is about 10 p.m. You're
Are we
looking
getting back
around.
onto a normal sleep schedule?
Yeah, you're actually getting to a normal sleep schedule.
Woohoo!
Right now it almost kind of seems like a ghost town as people have cleared out. There is no one nearby. Um,
Alrighty.
yeah, okay. So you guys you watches who would like to try to make a place to rest?
My hands hurt.
Let me see how I'm looking on.
Corwin, at
What
the
would we need
moment
to
your
roll?
hands are just like locked up, like you're cramping.
Can I hold on? I think there's something that I can do for him, but let me see if it'll work. Oh, never mind. What do I need to roll to make it like a place to rest?
It would be a survival check.
I got 17.
17. Okay. Dphomointhus, you walk over to the what was a market stand before Corwin fell into it, and you actually start taking the cloth and some padding and stuff that was left over, and you actually manage to make somewhere to lay down. It's not perfect. It's nothing like a tavern, but you do manage to make something somewhat comfortable for you guys all to lay in. You all kind of collapse into this bed that Dphomointhus has made and begin to take a long rest.
Perfect.
Yeah, we will take a break and we will come back in 10 minutes.
All right. Dude, I just
Um,
looked at my
yeah.
Sorry, I just looked at my instruments and realized that I also have a longhorn and bagpipes. I'm just
Cool.
That's fucking dope. I forgot that I could get so many instruments as a bard.
Go ahead and give yourselves a long rest and
Yep.
yeah. Also, it didn't pop up for some reason, but Perfect Demon, thanks for following 10 minutes ago. My bad. Uh Yeah,
Thank
okay.
you.
Long rest, everyone. Full hit points, full slots, and pack slots, whatever you may have. And we will be back in 10 minutes at the 50.
Right on.
Um, so you guys are all kind of coming to at the same time. The bed's kind of disassembled over the night from the tossing and the turning. Uh, you can hear voices and the sound of general activity happening around you. And suddenly you kind of hear what sounds like steps kind of approach. And then you just hear, "What the hell is this?" And just like,
Ah, it's the guy who owns this.
you guys look up and you see him looking down at you. And he's like, "What have you done to my shop? You made a bed out of
Uh,
my market stand? What is this?"
We were attacked, and they destroyed your shop. And then we made a bed out of it because we were in pain.
Attacked by
What?
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 What
We
what
ran them
attacked you?
off.
You fought him off. And then took a nap on my
But
market stand.
right.
Because we were hurt.
You couldn't go to a tavern. You couldn't find somewhere else to sleep. You had to sleep on what was my market stand. You couldn't find something else to.
we can help you rebuild it. Look, we don't want to be in this situation as much as you don't want us to be in this situation. So whatever we can do to remedy this, just be cool. You know, shit happens.
Do you know how much a market stand costs? You can pay me back for my market stand. I'll let this go without getting the guards involved.
Look there, girly pop. We don't have a lot of money, but we do have work in hands. At least two of us do. So why don't we build this little guy back together? We've got all the pieces.
Huh.
I'm gonna strum on my lute nervously.
How long is it gonna take you to fix my shop? Because now I'm gonna lose a whole day's business.
We
How
don't
long is this
know.
conversation going to take?
Okay, you smart ass.
What do you
Get to
what do
fixing
you
it then.
sell?
I sell exotic meats. Not like it's any of your business after destroying my way of life.
Man. Sorry
Listen,
about that.
we're really sorry. We will fix it as fast as we can.
Well,
Wyatt,
hop
what am
to
I
it.
gonna have to roll to build this?
I'm gonna hop to it and
All of you
what
give
do we need
me.
to roll?
Hold on.
Something that I'm good at. Performance?
All of you give me intelligence checks as you try to rebuild
Oh.
this market stand.
Well, alright.
okay.
10. I have average knowledge of what they look like.
6.
Less than average.
18. I somehow have a lot
Thank
of
God.
That makes no sense. You grew up in the woods.
She knows about
I'm really
wood.
handy. I'm really handy. I've learned how to make little shacks and stuff
An
for myself when
18,
it
a
rains.
6, and a
Come
10. Okay.
Yeah,
Come
With-
on, we
you
can
can-
muster something up with that.
Orbweeb kind of takes charge and kind of leads you guys on how to fix this. And it takes you about... it's not a very complicated market stand. It takes you about 55 minutes, almost an hour, to repair it.
Okay.
You see, the gentleman's coming back, and he's sipping from an ale glass, and he kind of goes... looks over at the stand, and he's like... That's not bad. That's not bad.
Thanks. Sorry about that.
Sorry.
I guess I won't
again.
have to get the guards involved in this. Corwin, give me a perception check.
The Lord giveth, the Lord taketh away, you know.
13.
13. Corwin, you're kind of behind Dphomointhus and Orbweeb, and your eyes are kind of like looking around. You're still somewhat nervous from the previous fighting you were just involved in. And you look to a rooftop, and you see a man standing on the shingles looking down at you. If you'd like, you can investigate him to get a better description, or you can ignore him.
You should
I'll,
investigate.
I'll take a quick look.
A little peek.
Just a
Orbweeb
quick
and
little
Dphomointhus are
gander.
still
Little-
chatting with the old man.
The sun's in
Seven.
my eyes.
Yeah, you're getting sun rays in your eyes. You're having a little bit of trouble
You're like,
making out the figure. Orbweeb and
You're like-
Dphomointhus kind of continue chatting with the merchant, and he's just like, "Would you guys like to buy any of my exotic meats after you
still
destroyed
thinks I'm
my
a
shop?"
vegetarian.
How
I'm
dare
just
you? You destroy my shop, and you won't even buy an exotic meat to at least give a hand of gratitude for
dude.
what you've done?
You
I
know,
would like
the
to-
keto diet. It's like I'm on the opposite of that. I kind of can't. Can I just give him a gold piece?
1 gold.
you,
Jesus Christ.
how much do you have a gold piece?
Yeah, for real. How
I
much
have
money
4
you got?
gold pieces. Because
Okay.
remember back when like I was
Oh,
like playing
yeah,
the
yeah.
loot at that, I got like 3 gold pieces from that. So I'm just
You
gonna
just-
get like, if I give you a gold piece, are we even?
Yes. And he takes the gold piece out of your fingertips, and he kind of puts it in his back pocket, and he says, "All right,
Perfect.
move along, move
All
along,
right, I took that out.
move
Thanks.
along, get
While
out
we're
of
walking
here."
away, I'm just gonna say, I'd like to remind you, sir, we did not destroy it. Only slept on it and fixed it. But
You
we will
kinda-
be on our way.
You can make out what sounds like him muttering under his breath, and he goes, "I don't believe you."
Yeah, whatever.
I
he
kicked
just
a
kinda-
rock at him.
You can,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
if you want to.
No.
He kind of heads back around his stand and kind of takes position as he starts going through his wares, and he dumps out a sack, and you see a bunch of these meats wrapped in netting to preserve them, and they kind of flop down on the shelving, and he starts going through it as he kind of fades from your rear view, and you kind of forget about him. You guys are
Okay.
walking along. All of you give me perception checks.
Oh, I really need to roll high, I feel like. Feels like a good time to perceive things, you know?
11.
11.
11.
No way.
Do we get a third 11?
Come on.
Yeah,
Aww.
I was almost cool.
Yeah, you're all kind of looking around. Dphomointhus seems to be kind of just like looking at the pavers. More like as if Dphomointhus gives off the impression that he's trying to find maybe cracked pavers from where the blade might have dragged or crashed or bashed into with the knightly gentleman who was attacking you all, but is not really finding anything. You guys are looking up towards the rooftops where you saw the knightly man disappear into the distance, and Orbweeb, as you're looking around, you don't see anything. Corwin, although, as you're looking around, you see the same figure appear on a different rooftop.
Corwin, do you want to share that with the group?
Not everyone look at one. But there's a person standing on the roof to our left or right.
To your left.
To our left. I'm going to investigate.
Now that I'm being made aware, can I also investigate?
Yeah,
no
you can all
level.
investigate.
Okay. Ah! God damn it!
The sun's in your eyes.
Look, I have dark vision. Not so much
light
like
vision.
not light vision.
Dphomointhus
yeah,
and
right.
Orbweeb, you
Got a
hear
second.
Corwin says, don't all look at once, but someone's nearby. And, you all kind of like try looking up, and you practically look straight at the sun. And you're like, ah, God! And the rays kind of just blind you for a moment. And you kind of take your vision away and your focus away from what Corwin is saying. Corwin, you look to the rooftops, and you're looking, and you get a better look at him. He's wearing what looks like a brownish cloak over him, and he has a brown cloak over his head. And you see he raises his hand, and he pulls back his hooded cloak. You see his face, and you see he's you. You see yourself on this rooftop, and he's looking down at you. If it's not you, it's a perfect replica of who you are.
Y'all, I'm gonna like hit both of them. Look! Look!
You see Corwin starts
That's
Should I
freaking
try to
out,
look?
smacking you guys around. Look! You guys look up
Can
to
I
where
look,
he's pointing.
look?
Yeah, you guys look up to where he's pointing, and you don't see anyone
At all.
at all.
At all.
Like, Corwin, I need you to describe what you think you're seeing right now, because this is not the first time this has happened.
Well, if there was a reflection up there, it was a reflection of me.
Corwin, you still see him.
He's right there, the peak of the roof, off to the left. He's. I don't
See,
know
he
how much
continues
more
on.
description I can give you.
You see, he continues on, but you guys just don't see him. Corwin, the figure, you can tell he's looking at you. He's making eye contact with you. He turns around. He kind of just walks over the angles, and disappears over on the other side as he
Oh,
kind
there
of
you go.
walks out of your view. You guys continue on into the town square, where you start making your way.
Just close my D&D Beyond. Hold on.
Oops.
I mean,
We have-
Norman knows where it went.
My god.
What's wrong?
I was just laughing at what Preston said.
Oh.
Could we find a weapon shop?
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
I was wondering when you guys
see
were
the
gonna start
knight.
shopping.
He's over there in the corner. He's smacking the pavers.
Yeah, don't worry about him. He's off in the void.
Up in the
Go back
void.
to the void.
You aren't
welcome.
welcome here.
You guys kind of come down into this shopping center. The same kind of shopping center that seems to be hustling and bustling with party life in the later nights. Different area, but the same kind of square. You're looking around, you see market stands, you see different merchant shops, and you look over, and you're trying to find a weapons dealer in particular. And down the way, specifically over here, you see a sign, and you see two swords crossed on a dangling wood sign for the emblem of the representation of the shop.
Sounds about right.
That looks perfect to me.
You guys heading there?
Let me... Yes.
Okay.
I need some
Oh.
inventory, baby.
Inventory.
I have to take my longsword out. Hold on.
Yeah,
I
that
lost it.
longsword's gone.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I need to take it off. Alright, yeah, we're heading into the shop.
Okay, give me a second here.
How do I delete it? Oh, there you go.
Okay, you guys approach the doors to this shop, and you see it's a wooden door with a gold handle, not solid gold, but like a painted gold. You turn the handle, you head inside, and you're greeted by a middle-aged gentleman, and he looks over to you and goes, "Welcome! How can I help you?" As you walk into the shop.
Ooh, I need some weapons.
The weapons, you say?
I need a stabby stick.
What would you consider yourself handy with? What are you looking for in particular?
Well, I need a sword. Need something to stab people with.
You're mentioning how you need
Can I
a
actu-
sword, and you see he, and as far as his looks go, he's wearing, it looks like just leather armor. He's got some leather pants on. He himself has dark black hair and blue eyes. He has somewhat of a scruffy beard, not like he really grew it out too well. That, or he doesn't really care enough to try. You see, from the overall representation he gives himself, he looks like a man absorbed in his work, rather than his actual personal life. You need a sword, you say?
Can I make an outside of roleplay question?
Yeah.
What's a good weapon for a bard to have? Like a good
Do you
like
know what you're
range.
proficient
Would it
with?
be like ranged?
It's kind of up to you.
I mean, that's fair, I guess.
You're
I
If
didn't
largely a
know
you
if I should
go
support
go
to
more
class.
like,
if you go to proficiencies in language, it'll tell you what kind of weapons you're proficient in.
let me find that.
I was
Bottom
Oh,
left.
okay. Okay. Were you just looking at that?
yeah, because I was like,
Okay.
I don't know what weapons I should use.
Yeah, I was like, I don't really know what to get. Ooh. I would like another longsword. I need a longsword. I want a longsword and something I could throw because we've established that longswords are just long and you cannot throw them.
Okay.
Just long.
So you're looking for a longsword?
Yes.
Okay. So, he kind of like starts. He heads around the corner into the back, and kind of leaves you all alone in the room for a moment while he is searching for this longsword, or rather, a few of them. You kind of look around the shop itself, and you can hear the sounds of other blacksmiths working in the back. You can hear what sounds like fire burning and swords being made. And on the actual wall itself, you can see decorative equipment. You see old battered swords, some with rust, some that are actually broken, like they've been in battle. And the actual wooden bench he has where he does his trading seems to be rather old itself. The shop looks a little unkept, not super cleanliness, um, but that's what you gather from looking around. He comes back around the corner, and you see he has a couple of long swords that he kind of places on the actual table, and he says, "Ah, please take a look. Tell me which one suits your fancy, and I can see what deals I can make with you."
Okay, I'll take a look at them.
You walk up. You look at one in particular. The first one. You see the actual handle itself is of a silverish look, very ordained and wealthy of attire. It's very silver metal, not a whole lot of intricacies to it. You can see the actual pommel has a red jewel, and then the actual blade has these spiraling white lines kind of running up the actual blade itself. It looks somewhat like a decorative blade, but you can feel it's pretty sturdy.
Okay, is that the flashiest one that's sitting there?
The flashiest
Or like,
one would actually be you look over for something a little bit more flashy, something that kind of suits your bardic inspiration, and you pick up one in particular, and you see it has this golden pommel with what looks to be a synthetic diamond on the actual pommel that kind of just really reflects the light back at you. And you kind of twirl the sword back and forth as you're watching the light reflect. And the actual blade itself seems to be a darker black color, made of
ooh,
of a black steel. And the actual blade itself seems to have almost like golden lining running up the actual blade.
that sounds dope. I'm gonna ask him how much that one is because it looks fun.
Um, he takes the blade and he looks around it. You see, he kind of puts the blade against the table and tests the how bendable it
Durable.
is, durable. Thank you. And he raises it, places it on the counter, looks you in the eye, and says, 15 gold pieces.
All right. 15?
15.
What do you have for 3 gold pieces?
Ugh. I will take a look. Just a moment. He heads around the corner again, and he disappears for a moment, kind of leaving you guys to chatter amongst yourselves for a moment. As time passes by, about 5 minutes, he comes back up with a pile of stuff. He takes the long swords, puts them away, and he puts down a couple of items. You see, he puts down a wooden club. He puts down a couple of daggers, a great club. He sets down a quarterstaff, a sickle, a spear, a sling, a couple of darts, and a net, a whip, and yeah, that's it.
Dang.
This is everything I have under 3 gold pieces. See, maybe this is more your style. He kind of picks up a long rod that's met with a very sharp edge at the end. It's a spear. It's a metal spear, but a spear nonetheless. He kind of like angles it in the light a little bit, so the untouched metal, as it's never been in combat before, kind of reflects back at you as he's trying to show off a little bit of his showmanship. And he looks at you and he goes, "This is 1 gold piece for this spear."
I'll take the spear. It's beautiful.
Thank you. I appreciate that. He hands out the spear to you and takes your gold piece, and you can add a spear to your inventory.
Nice.
He looks over to you guys, Corwin and Orbweeb. He's like, "Anything for you, lot?"
Corwin, you can go ahead if you'd like.
Are you buying anything right now? I seem to have some items that I don't particularly need.
You want to sell your items?
Yeah, well, 2 of them. I only really need 1.
Oh. Okay, well, what would you like to sell?
He'll pull out 2 of his 3 daggers and set them down.
Okay,
I'd
you
like
place the daggers before him. Ooh, daggers. They look like they've seen some days, no?
yes, it's they usually cost roughly about 2 gold. So I was thinking for the both of them 1 gold piece.
1 gold piece for these battered items? Look at this blade. He raises the dagger to you and he shows you nicks in the dagger. And he's like, "I can clearly tell it's seen better days. Typically, I would give you 1 gold piece as if it was, practically new is the going rate for selling daggers. What's the bottom line for you, sir?"
Well, I was thinking 5 silver apiece. Due to the fact that they are damaged, and as you said, they normally go for 1 gold apiece. As brand new. Go half that price. You actually make some money off of it.
Oh, hold on. I got something for this.
He said, "Hold on. I have a prop." I respect that.
And see, he pulls out the dagger. Huh.
Perfect.
5 silver pieces, huh?
Yeah, for each, so that would come out to 1 gold.
You got yourself a deal. And he goes to shake your hand.
Sorry, my hands are a bit worse for wear today, but I appreciate the gesture.
Oh, yeah, okay, no problem. He takes the daggers away from you and he hands you 1 gold piece.
Thank you, sir.
He looks over to
Persuasion.
Orbweeb. "What can I do you for?"
Real quick, I gotta add a game. I thought you had my dagger, and so I had to go and check to see if I still had it.
No, this is
I was like,
actually
shit, is that mine?
for those who don't know, Preston actually bought me this one. And it actually says, I
Oh.
don't know if you can see it. Like,
Can I see it? I'm trying so hard to look at my screen. I'm like so close
I
to
know.
it.
it says Dungeon
If
Master.
it didn't have so much light reflection.
Oh, that's
You know,
super cool.
That's dope. Good present,
That's
Preston.
awesome.
And then
I
it
got
says-
that for you.
Is it long like this one?
Yeah.
Nice. I can't
What
tell.
does yours say, Anya?
Nothing.
Nothing.
It says Fantasy Edge on it.
That was actually your
Nice.
That was your subspace gift for completing the campaign.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Wonder what
I
gifts I'll
love
have to
it.
do this
That's
time.
why I was like worried that you had it. I was like, wait, no. I
No.
want
This
that.
bitch.
So he hands you one
Anyway,
gold piece. He looks over to Orbweeb. What can I do you for?
so I am unfortunately quite broke, but in need of weapons. So I was going to ask if I could offer any work or services for a weapon.
Wait, how much was my longsword? I mean, my spear.
Your spear was one gold piece.
It was just one. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, if you're looking
I
for,
can help you clean up if you'd like.
I'll tell you what. Are you guys? I kind of get the sense you're all new to the Waterfall Citadel. Am I off base with that assumption?
No.
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 What gave you that idea?
Consider it a shop sense. If I were you, I don't really have work around here, but right outside towards the center of our shopping hall, we have a board. Um, the guards will post bounties on that board for people who need to get it brought in, and they'll give you payment if you can capture the criminals. Uh, I believe the most recent one was I forget his name, but he stole something or something from the mayor of the Waterfall Citadel, and he wants it back. I check out the bounty board outside. Typically, they pay out pretty well.
Well, the unfortunate thing is that I can't really go hunt bounties if I don't have anything to fight with.
What do you have?
Valid.
I have 1 gold piece, 9 copper pieces, and 2 daggers. And I was hoping to get a spear of some sort.
Well, 2 daggers could help you, but I could sell you a spear no problem for 1 gold piece, just like I sold to your friend.
Okay, I hope I just don't need that gold piece in the future.
I hear. I'll buy it. I'll go 3. We'll just,
I'll go half on it with you.
yeah, we can do that. I have
Oh, my friend's coming to my rescue.
cost my 5 silver.
Okay, he takes
Okay.
5 silver from you.
Do the same thing.
All right, 5 silver. 1 gold piece in total. He reaches down and he pulls out one of the spears from the pile he brought out for Dphomointhus, and he holds it out to you. And you can see the spear itself has black leather running up the rod with red lacing. It gets to the tip, and you can see a red ribbon at the very end where the blade begins. And the blade begins, and it comes out like this. It goes into a prism triangle type deal. And running in the middle of the
That
blade
sounds so dope.
is a golden flaked line running down the center of the spear's blade.
See the
Beautiful.
leaf shape?
A prism triangle shape. So it goes out like this, and then in like that.
Oh, and it's not curved edge, it's an edge. Okay.
Yeah,
You have good weapon descriptions.
I try. Sometimes I fuck it up when I say something that doesn't make any sense, and I just fucking try to run with it.
It's whatever I want it to be.
It's my world, damn it.
He hands you.
So
this,
is it just a basic spear?
Yeah. It's your choice if you want to add the descriptions. I mainly add that for you guys. So you don't have to add the descriptions I put on there if you don't want to. But I try to make each item somewhat unique, so you could get attached to them, and then when they break, you cry.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm not
Emotional
attached to
damage.
anything that can only roll a 1d8 at best.
Valid.
Oh my god.
I would
Okay.
love a 1d8 weapon.
Yeah, he hands you the spear, and he kind of just bounces his gaze between all 3 of you, and he's like, "Is there anything else I can get you guys? Do you need anything? I got all sorts of weapons here. I mean, I'm one of the best shops in town.
Oh, we believe you. Unfortunately, we don't have really the currency to enjoy all of your weapon options, so I guess we will
Wait,
do with what we have.
do you have shields for a gold piece
I
or
do.
anything?
I don't know about a gold piece, but let me run back and see if maybe some of my Padawans have brewed up anything decent. And he
I
walks
want a
around the
shield.
corner and he disappears from
Mm.
sight for a little bit. Some time passes by. Stop looking at me like that.
What?
um, okay, just a second.
What's going on?
You used Padawans incorrectly. That's
I
what
know,
happened.
I purposely did. I purposely used it incorrect. Okay.
Trying to hurt me. Oh, I want this. Hold on.
Want what?
What?
Does he have the Pride Silk outfit? Because it's in manage inventory, and I want to wear that.
You can ask him when he comes back out.
Cool.
Some minutes pass by. You guys make some light conversation. He comes around the corner and he says, "Ooh, the only we're running low on shields at the moment." He pulls out one, and it's just a standard wooden shield, and he kind of puts it on the table and he says, "Our going rate for these are 10 GP, 10 gold pieces."
Damn.
How much are you at?
I have 1 gold piece, 5 silver, 4 copper.
Shit.
Can I try to seduce him?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. He said, yeah, absolutely. He's like, why wouldn't you? What do I
Why
have to
wouldn't
roll
you?
for that?
Give me charisma,
Dope. I want a shield.
and then tell me what you want to say to him.
I'm just straight up gonna tell him that I will suck his dick if he gives me fucking shield.
Okay.
And I hope that that doesn't happen. Charisma.
What'd
Let's
you
see.
get?
Hold on. Come on, come on, come on. Ah, I got a 14.
Okay. So tell me exactly how you say it.
I'm gonna be like, look, man, because I'm also a man, so I wish I would have rolled a little higher on this one. Be like, I know that you, I have needs, you have needs.
Let's help each other out.
I think that I can provide a service for you that would make this shield easier to, slip from one hand to another.
And what
Little
services
wordplay
would
there,
that
right?
be?
You know, the one your wife doesn't give you.
I mean, it's not really any of your
Or
business,
husband.
but my wife passed away like 6 months ago.
See, exactly.
You see, he actually gets a little
She's not
teary-eyed.
getting it all.
He gets a little teary-eyed at the thought of him talking about his wife, and he's like, "What, what services are we talking about here? I already have a whole shop of learners back there. I don't really have room for more people to teach. So, or to work for me."
I'm gonna back out of this. Never mind. Fucking rest in peace to your wife.
Okay.
Fucking nerd.
He looks back at you and he's like, "Excuse me? What'd you just
I'm gonna
say?"
tell everybody we gotta go. We gotta get out.
You got.
I'm gonna try to
Demointhus
grab the
kind of just
shield
starts
before I
like,
leave.
"Demointhus, you're gonna grab the shield. Give me sleight of hand. Give me sleight of
I
hand
need
as
the
you try
shield.
to swipe the shield."
I've got him distracted. He's pretty distracted, right? Not distracted
It's
enough.
debatable. You guys see Demointhus says,
Yeah,
"All right,
not
let's
with
go.
that
Let's
roll.
go." Demointhus grabs the shield and pulls it off the counter. And as you're going for the door, you hear click. I wouldn't move any farther if I were you. You turn
Yeah,
around.
he got Glock.
You turn around and you see his hand is pointed out to you, and he has a contraption you haven't really seen before, but you don't. Everyone, give me an intelligence check to see if you're able to make out what he's holding.
You want intelligence or investigation?
Intelligence. He's holding it right at you, so I'm not gonna make you investigate it.
Well,
I got
2,
a
5.
5.
5. Oh, 5, 12, and a 5. Okay.
I'm not doing
Orbweeb.
well.
I don't know. Orbweeb, you look at it, and you've actually seen this weapon used back in the forest when people would come in, clear it out of animals and such to start chopping down trees and make new areas for villages and what have you.
Oh, so
This
you hate this
is
shit.
something called.
capitalism.
It's something you don't really know what to call it, but you look to your allies and you kind of mumble how it has the
It's a
ability
shitty thing.
to fire small objects from a distance at a very fast speed. And you've watched it kill friends in the past.
Can I yank the shield out of Dphomointhus's hand?
Give me a strength check.
Okay.
He just says,
This ain't gonna go well.
I don't think we need to call the guards. Do we? I don't think they're gonna like
call
having him
your
pick up a dead
guard.
body.
Alright. I see that Orweeb's trying to yank it out of my hand, and I'm just gonna toss it on the ground.
Okay.
Seeing as though I've
Dphomointhus,
failed at every roll, I'm just
just
gonna give this up completely.
Dphomointhus, you just drop the
Good.
shield, and Orbweeb, you let go of trying to grab onto it, and it just hits the ground, and you all just kind of make pace out of the shop, and you just see he just lowers his gun as you guys all exit. You come back out into the hustle and bustle of the town square. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna look over to Dphomointhus and be like, bro, what the fuck was that?
I want to kick Dphomointhus in the shin.
Okay,
What the fuck are you doing?
give me a. I'm not gonna make you do it, but okay, Corwin, you kick Dphomointhus in the shin, and Orbeeb's like, "What the hell was that?"
I don't like not having a shield. I thought I had a little better game than that. I'm sorry.
We can go grab a top of a trash can or something, and there's a shield.
Yeah, shit, lesson learned. I'm off my game. Alright.
Honestly, I wasn't necessarily gonna fail your charisma check on that. I wanted to see where you were gonna take it, but you kind of just gave up. You might have been able to get away with it.
The dead wife thing.
Yeah.
I started feeling
That's
morally
too
bad.
far, man.
I
Too
gave up.
far.
I know, I lost it.
Well,
I'll suck
then
your
you're
dick
like,
your wife used
exactly.
to. Okay.
You're not getting it at all because she's dead.
She's dead. So, I mean, I had it in there.
Okay. You
I
guys
could have been
return
that.
back outside, and you're walking out. Did you want to go to the bounty board that the guy had mentioned?
We
Or do you
probably.
wanna-
I
Take a
would
quick
like
look
to.
at it.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
We
afraid
should
that
look for O'Flanagan.
after we look at the bounty board.
Okay.
All right. You guys go to the bounty board. If you actually go onto the Roundtable D&D Discord, you'll see the bounty board. But I'll read it to
Oh,
you.
dope.
Location: Waterfall Citadel Bounty Board. Reward: 50 gold pieces. And it's described as a thief kidnapped a creature belonging. What the hell? Uh-oh. I just lost you guys. What was that?
Described as what? Hello.
You didn't want to tell us.
What just
He's
happened?
keeping it a secret.
I have no idea what just happened. What was that? Okay,
What
know
was
you're-
that?
Left us on the
I-
edge of our seats there, buddy.
I have no idea. Okay, so what did I say last?
the bounty board. Described as, and then you just left.
Okay, so there's a description on the bounty board paper, and I encourage you guys all to actually look at the channel because I put some work into the
Your
bounty board
audio's
photo.
cutting out, buddy.
Yeah, your audio's bad.
All right, hold on.
But
Am I still cutting out?
intermission.
Nope,
That
sound
was
good so
clear.
far.
Pretty good now.
It's good now.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So in the wanted poster, it's described as a thief kidnapped a creature belonging to the Waterfall Citadel Lord, wanted alive for questioning. Thank you for that. Wanted alive for questioning. And you can see a photo of the man. A very well drawn sketch, I should say. Yeah.
Is a dragon on their shoulder?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
Guy
don't
looks
want to
like
go
a
play with him.
jerk.
The reward is 50 gold pieces, and that looks like it's the only bounty put on the board.
How are we gonna find that guy?
We'd have to go to the Citadel and for the
Get a description.
yeah. Yeah, we'd have to go to the Lord and
Let's go to the Lord.
I don't know.
Shouldn't
I
we
think we
take care
should
of our first objective
yeah.
first?
I think we should get this this dragon egg out of our hands. This dragon egg out of our hands.
The what?
Yes.
Dragon egg? What?
Yeah, you're right. I think this is just gonna make us lose the dragon egg. This seems like a deception, Wyatt.
I mean, it's an expansive world, you know? I didn't put it there to divert you, but you guys have the choice of where you want to go and what you want to do.
I think I was gonna stop it as I didn't put it there. It's like,
I know. I thought
yeah,
he was gonna
you didn't
stop
put it there.
I didn't put it there.
I
Oh,
didn't
you
put it there.
didn't,
Just
did
there.
you?
Yeah, the
Just
mayor
open
put
the-
it there. Like
I paid for this campaign online. I'm just no. I did.
Felt like I was being gaslit there.
So yeah, you guys can pursue the bounty, or you can continue on the original objective. It's up to you.
we're
You know what?
gonna
I think
head
it's worth
to the
keeping his
northern gate.
face in mind.
You guys
know?
technically have like 2 or 3 quests open, and they're all on Discord.
Yeah.
So
Can I try to draw this guy just to keep the picture with me?
yeah, you
So if
kind
we
of
just see him.
well, what you can do is you just pull the bounty paper off the board, you stow it into your inventory, and it is on Discord.
Okay.
So you can use our Discord reference whenever you want to describe him.
Okay. Just in case we like see him.
Yeah.
We're passing by it.
Yeah.
Yep. The paper itself has a drawing of the man, so you can just
Yeah.
take the bounty
Yeah.
paper and
Perfect.
you hold on to it.
The Lotus Flower quest. Are we still doing that one?
No, that
I'm
was
gonna go
the.
with no.
We tried to get the
Technically-
Lotus Flower and we got murked.
Technically, yes.
Okay.
Alright, we should just continue to try to deliver this dragon.
Okay.
That's what's
Yes.
gonna get us in the most danger.
So you guys are
It's northern gate.
Can I, as we're leaving the area, can I look around for a shop that would possibly have like some sort of like sleeping bag or a survival gear, I guess?
sorry. Say that one more time.
Can I, as we're leaving the area, can I keep an eye out for a shop that would have survival gear, like something like a sleeping bag, like where I could get something like that? We're gonna
I
keep
mean,
taking outside.
yeah, give me an investigation.
You should try for an air mattress.
Yes.
Just in the woods, like.
4.
4. Or we kind of mentions like, do you guys think there's any like shops that might have some stuff to help us survive better out in the wild?
Can I try to investigate that for her?
Yeah.
Look around.
Thanks. I can't. Apparently the sun is in my eyes.
Sun's in my eyes. I got a 12. I'm mildly shaded by the sun, but I'm still not seeing
You look
great.
around, you do see a shop that has what looks like a bedroll for an emblem on the wooden post board. You guys approach
Is
it.
it a
Wonderful.
Bass Pro Shop?
Yes.
It's a big pyramid.
It's the Bass Pro Shop pyramid.
You guys approach the door. I'm assuming you go in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You open the door and you walk inside. You are approached by, not really approached, but there is a woman at the counter, and you see she's kind of just fumbling with some knickknacks below the countertop where you can't really see.
Wonderful. I'm gonna say, excuse me?
Yes? How can I help you?
I was wanting to get a bedroll.
A bedroll?
I just need a cheap one. I don't have a lot of money.
Hmm. Let me go see what I can find for you.
She heads to the back, starts looking through her inventory and gear and what she can find. And as she comes back around, you kind of take it in what she looks like. She's wearing a nice white dress. Pretty slim to the body. She looks like a younger woman, human, probably in her 20s. She has long flowing blonde hair and brown eyes. Very delicate build, almost as if she's never seen a day of battle. You can tell the shop has been practically her whole life, and if not that, she has been very sheltered. She looks very kept. Her hair is well done. You know, she has all the works, all of the delicacies, all of the self-absorption, and she kind of pulls out a couple of these wrapped up bedrolls that have these the rope actually sealing the bedroll shut, and she rolls it out in front of you. You see there's a black, a red, a white, and a yellow one. And she looks up to you and she mentions how a bedroll is 1 gold piece.
I have 1 gold piece, and I shall spend it on a bedroll.
Okay.
On a pretty yellow bedroll.
You want the yellow bedroll?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me get this all packed up for you. That'll be 1 gold piece.
Alright.
Do you guys have any shields?
We don't really have any
Shoes.
shields. You might want to try the weapon shop across the way. They're just right past the bounty board outside, actually.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, that guy really likes me.
Oh, cool.
Go
Maybe
talk
he'll
to
give
him.
you a discount.
Possibly.
Maybe.
She takes the bedroll and she puts it out in front of you and takes the gold piece from you. She kind of gives you a friendly nod, looks to everybody else. She's like, "Is there anything else
I can get you guys?
That'll be it.
That'll be it? Okay. Well, thank you for visiting my shop. Please recommend me to friends. I'm willing to negotiate for discounts, what have you. We do have a surplus of inventory at the moment, so we are offering discounts on various items.
Can I use my charisma and tell her that she's really pretty and then leave?
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a charisma check.
That one.
19.
19.
Oh, fuck yeah. Smooth with the ladies.
I try to be. Oh, can I also ask her what her name is?
I didn't that pop up for everyone else?
There's something halfway into Tanya's screen.
I know. Give us a second.
Oh. Shit, I was.
It's having a
I
meltdown.
saw some. Oh no.
Nice.
Oh
you got going on?
It's freaking out. It's freaking out.
Oh my god, we're stuck in the void. We're
Oh
stuck in
no,
the
we're in the void.
civilian NPC void.
Oh my god, what is happening? Just do your fucking job.
Just go to your home.
It's the same shit every episode. It doesn't change. We go, thank you. Fuck. Okay. What? What were we talking about?
I don't even remember.
She was
I want to ask
saying
the
you're
girl what her
pretty.
name is and tell her that she's pretty.
You got
And
19.
she got a
Okay.
19.
I'm trying to flirt.
You mention that she is pretty, and she kind of gives you a friendly smile, and she just says,
I know. Thank
What's
you,
her
though.
name?
My name is Samantha.
Good for her. Oh,
I hate that.
I'm
name.
gonna ask Samantha if she's single.
Don't steal my girl, dude.
Yeah,
I'm on my way to do it.
I would say I'm pretty
For
single. I'd say I'm pretty single.
she actually gives you a smirk as you say that.
Ah! Okay.
What do you just dance a little and then leave?
I've always been a
Yeah.
pretty big fan of tieflings.
Oh god,
You
I
see,
wish I
you
had a
guys
number
can
to
see
give her.
now she's making direct eye contact with Dphomointhus, and she's almost paying no mind to the rest of you.
Oh fuck yeah.
Well, then I'm gonna go over to where the rations are at, and I'm gonna just slide it into my bag.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
That should be on an advantage. You said
Yeah,
direct
give it
focus.
advantage.
direct
Give it
eye
advantage.
contact. Everybody
advantage.
starts stealing shit.
Everyone starts stealing shit.
That's an 11.
Fuck.
All right, 11.
11. You managed to swipe 1 day's worth of rations, valued
Hell
at
yeah.
5 silver pieces.
Keep it up, Dphomointhus. We're gonna steal her for everything she's worth.
Oh my god. I'm gonna walk up to Samantha. Like real sly like, you know?
Mm-hmm.
What's up, girl? What's
No.
your sign?
Yeah. Oh my god, I don't even have any flirting in me.
What
I'm
are you
gonna
say?
ask her if she's free. I'm gonna come up to her and be like, hey, what time do you get off tonight?
Classic. I like it.
I can. I mean, I get off pretty easily.
With that, I'm gonna go over to the Tinder box. I'm gonna swipe that.
And we're gonna keep on on.
Give me
Go
a sleight
get
of
her
hand
off.
check
I'm
on
gonna
advantage.
take all this.
Does it
I
pretty
can't.
easily, apparently.
Give me a Tinder box on advantage. Sleight of hand check on advantage.
Give me
16.
a Tinder box.
Give me a Tinder box. Why it's
16.
He has no idea what's happening.
You got a 16.
Yeah.
You swipe a Tinder box,
Nice.
valued at 5 silver pieces. You better be adding this stuff to your sheet.
I am.
Okay.
Alright.
Hurry up! I'm gonna get us all bedrolls. Say something sly.
I'm gonna kill this
For
all.
real.
Alright, Corwin knows what the fuck is up, so I'm gonna ask her if she wants to head to the back and then wink at her. Cause
There's people back there, but you can hit my back anytime.
oh my god. I am going to maybe I should just knock this bitch out. I mean
No, kiss her. Kiss
Whoa,
her.
whoa, whoa, whoa!
Kiss her.
This went south. This goes real
Straight
fast.
to assault.
You're
My
just like,
character's
oh,
not one
cool.
for intimacy.
Boo!
And then we take as much as we want.
No, kiss her and just kiss her for a really long time.
Okay, I'm gonna lean in and just try to kiss her, like really passionately.
Give me a charisma check.
All right, come on.
No, that
charisma.
should be a performance.
Or performance. Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
I
Performance
like
skill check.
This is gonna be like kiss of her life. All right.
Okay.
At a.
All right. So you go in. You guys watch this
We being dead
Dphomointhus.
ass right now?
Dphomointhus goes tongue first and just dives into her mouth. And you're watching as Dphomointhus. Dphomointhus is kind of doing this thing where he is like eating her face, like his whole mouth is wrapped around her chin practically, and you're watching as Samantha's kind of going, as she's trying to figure out what Dphomointhus is trying to do here. You're watching as
just punched her.
and Samantha pulls away and just kind of goes.
Can I punch her out of panicked? I'm just gonna try to knock her out. I'm like embarrassed now.
Yeah,
They said
give
there's
me,
people in the back.
give me a unarmed hit. Roll to hit.
No, I'm holding. No, hold on. Hold on.
Audicut.
Yeah.
Now that do I see this going south? That disgusting kiss she tried doing.
This
Did I
is
see
coming
that?
from Natanya straight to Annika.
You-
Literally knock it off.
You all saw that horrifying kiss.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go up
I'm gonna-
behind Dphomointhus.
I'm gonna back out of hitting her because I will cause no damage. Will not knock her out.
You don't want to hit her?
No. I'm gonna. What, Corwin? What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna come up to Dphomointhus like, I think we got everything that we needed, and I think you may have done what you needed to for this exchange to have everything happen. This is
Look,
awkward.
I'm good
We
with
should
the
go.
ladies, all right. Maybe
I
she'll
saw
give me a
that.
kiss.
We need to work on your kissing skills, apparently.
I mean, I think she liked it. I don't know. I was just a little. Maybe she's.
I'm
I'm just
used
gonna
to
back
looks of
away.
disgust. That's a look of disgust. She didn't like it. Let's go.
She kind of
I'm gonna
just looks back
shuffle
to all
away.
of you, and she just goes,
Is there anything else I can get you?
I'm gonna start crying a little bit. Just head out the door.
you
My
start
ego
you start
is,
crying a little bit, and you feel as you go to turn away, you feel a hand grace your shoulder, and you turn back to Samantha, and she's looking you in the eyes as her fingertips kind of touch the underside of your chin as she gently pulls you back to her face. And you guys watch as Samantha rejoins Dphomointhus in a kiss, almost trying to guide Dphomointhus in a more reserved delicacy of kissing.
Why
As
are
they,
you trying to get me to fuck this?
as they now they're just gently
You're the one that
macking
tried
on
to
each
fuck
other.
the civilian.
All right, everybody take this as an opportunity. We're macking.
Alright, I'm gonna go take 2 more bed rolls.
Corwin, give me a
Roll
sleight of hand
good.
check twice on advantage.
Do I need to do any sort of performance checks to continue macking on
16.
Samantha?
You will in a moment, yes.
16.
Okay, 16. You've managed to swipe 1 bedroll. Give me another roll on advantage.
Uh-oh. Come
I'm
on,
just-
baby. A 9.
A 9. Okay. Just a second.
See the
You
crying bit.
try to grab another bedroll and you pull it out, and you hear it kind of makes a as you go to pull it out, and you just let go. Orbweeb, what are you doing?
Yo, I'm
Let's just-
watching it horror. I don't even know what kissing is.
Orbweeb, give
steal a
me
bedroll.
a Constitution check. To Orbweeb, what you're doing right now is very foul, as Orbweeb would most likely refer to what you're doing as exchanging rat holes, because the mouth is used for eating, not for kissing, and not for love. Very
Get your
Eskimo.
mouth. rat holes away from each other.
I'm gonna
Modified
try to
form.
keep. Oh
20.
my god!
Orbweeb holds it together. Holding it together.
I'm just disgusted. That's
You
it.
don't. You feel like you want to vomit out the sight, but you manage to hold it in. Or Dphomointhus, what would you like to do?
Continue kissing Samantha to try to get Corwin to get another bedroll.
Give me performance.
Okay.
15.
15?
You kind of follow Samantha's steps. You replicate what Samantha's doing, and you continue to kiss. Corwin, give me sleight of hand.
Come on, baby. You can do it.
Come on, Corwin. Steal me a bedroll. Okay.
11
Another
and
12.
12.
All right.
You manage to very narrowly you grab another bedroll. You're starting to not
Alright,
feel
we're
too
pushing our
confident
luck.
in your abilities at this point. And Samantha starts to pull away from Dphomointhus and gives Dphomointhus a loving look as Samantha stays eye locked with Dphomointhus's eyes.
Said.
Jesus. And stays looking at Dphomointhus. Infatuated, even.
Wow.
Dphomointhus, are you ready to go?
You guys can exchange love letters
Yeah, I'm
later.
ready to go.
Go as in leave, not going with her. We're going.
I'm ready to
as in
go too.
Out that door.
Oh my god. I'm gonna lie to this girl and I'm gonna be like, I'll be back. What time is it right now?
It's about 10 a.m.
Alright, I'm gonna tell her I'll be back by 5.
You'll be back at 5?
Yeah, and then I'm gonna wink at her with both eyes.
And she kind of just turns around, does the same thing as you, and winks with both eyes, and she leaves you be as you guys exit the shop, I guess? Or are you gonna, what are you doing?
I guess.
Getting
Okay.
the
Yeah.
fuck out of here.
Wait, no, before I leave, I'm gonna smack her ass. Then I'll leave.
Alright, you give me a dexterity check.
Oh, alright.
Yeah, smack the shit out of her.
Dude, you're gonna hit this bitch so hard.
Hold on.
That's to remember me.
They one for the road and then fucking leave.
With a 20.
Okay, you go to smack her ass, and you kind of cup your hand in a way where the slap echoes through the entire shop. Just whoosh,
Oh, perfect.
and you can see
Really
with the
solid
dress
ass slap.
with the dress on, you can see the recoil, and you just exit out of the shop.
Recoil.
You gotta teach me how to do that. Not slap people's bottoms, but that's what solid slap.
I'm delicate with the ladies.
No, you're not.
Alright.
You tried to eat her face.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah, you try to eat her face.
You try doing
Yeah.
what mommies and daddies do, and
Yo.
You all come out of the shop somewhat traumatized by what Dphomointhus just participated in. And
Yeah.
you guys rejoin
This is
the
cool about it.
shopping square. What would you like to do?
Ready to leave, and I'm also gonna tell Dphomointhus to keep her rat hole keep his rat hole to himself.
I'm gonna tell her that rats have to be bonded.
I know that. Shh.
Nothing. Just silence.
I said, I know that, shh, and then walk away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rat holes have to join. Alright.
You guys come back outside. Everyone give me perception checks.
Are we gonna see someone on the roof again?
We won't. I'm not seeing shit. I got a 7.
dude, I got a 7 too.
Why do you guys keep rolling doubles?
We do.
I got a 9.
God
7,
damn.
7, and 9.
We almost got
you guys,
21.
You guys don't see anything. And you kind of just
Yeah, that
rejoin the
checks out.
shop. Where are you heading to?
North.
You go north?
That's the way we need to get to drop off the egg, right?
Is it north or west?
I thought it
I
was the
just realized
northern gate. So don't we have to go to where the Dragonborns are at or something like that?
the Stone Mountains.
Uh,
Let me
How
see
do
if
we
I got
get there?
this.
this quest description doesn't tell me enough.
That's what I was just at. I know. I was like, damn it.
I need to talk to the game developer. The description on this main quest is really lacking. I can't
Yeah.
really Google what needs to be
What a
done.
lazy son of a bitch.
Somebody should have requested for that.
He needs to be
Yeah, I'll
fired.
talk to the game developer. Oh, why? Was it north or was it to the western? Kind of the western gates where we got the flower. I thought the northern gates where we got captured originally because we didn't have the world passes.
All of you give
Although
me intelligence checks.
Tanya is the one with notes.
I'm looking, man. They're not good notes.
You can't put it on her. It's on all of us. I got a 13.
Dude, same.
What
Did
the
you say
fuck?
intelligence?
What is it? Me and Preston are like this right
Yeah.
now.
Did you say intelligence?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I'm a little behind on the game, I guess.
Get a 13. Get a 13.
I got a 20.
Still pretty good
bitch.
though.
No, it's good with
It
13,
is
but whatever.
the
Oh, whatever.
western gate is where you need to go.
Okay.
Son of a bitch.
That's what I thought.
Son of a biscuit. Well, let's head to the Western Gate.
Okay. You guys start heading down the way, making your way towards. You need to fucking lock in place, you son of a bitch.
I love hearing Wyatt cuss at the map. Just you motherfucking stupid.
It provides me
Stupid.
serotonin.
Stupid
yeah.
asshole.
It's like, all right, you walk out. You're like, you motherfucker.
Fucking son of a
Hostile
bitch.
out here.
Walk.
I would like to play my lute as we walk. No,
There.
actually,
We gotta
instead
look
of the lute.
for O'Flanagan.
Wait, I want to play my bagpipes.
You're gonna
Why
play
does no one
bagpipes?
want to look for O'Flanagan?
Because I keep forgetting. Yeah, we need to
I got a
look for
main quest
O'Flanagan.
on the mind, but you're right.
He's very helpful.
So you guys heading
I want to
west
go see a
or?
dead body.
Wait,
Can we go? Can we like take a small detour back to where we last saw O'Flanagan?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
yeah, I'll go with her.
You guys are heading back to the original area of the old man's house where you saw the original collapse of the wall sign that O'Flanagan was smashed through. You recall on your walk back there, you remember that there was a giant fog formed by one of the monstrosities that blocked your vision in seeing where O'Flanagan went, along with Steve. You start making some turns. About an hour and a half passes by as you get back to the area you were originally at. It's about noon. You roll up to the building. You see the same collapsed wall. You see a couple of guards are walking in and out. And you see someone who looks kind of familiar as he is kind of looking over the rubble and trying to, and almost like they're evaluating what happened here.
Can I investigate to see if it's O'Flanagan?
Yeah. Give me investigation.
Hmm. 5.
5. You look
I
in
also
your...
investigate.
Yes.
For the 17.
17. You, sorry, just a second. Okay. Or we were kind of looking, and you kind of get the vibe, but the colors are different. But you don't really make out much more than that. Dphomointhus, as you look over, you start to realize who it is, and it is not O'Flanagan. He looks up over to you,
Okay.
and you can see his like fiery red hair. He's wearing a red captain's jacket over his shoulders and around his waist. It's a red captain's jacket, and he has like these red leather pants and these black boots. He looks over, sees you guys, and he goes, "Not again. Please tell me you guys are not involved with what this is." It's Roderick,
Absolutely not.
it is
Oh my God,
Roderick,
what
the guard
happened?
captain. He looks at the wall and he goes, "A wall collapse, and it looks like some kind of outward force from how the pavers are laid out here, and the cement block is broken through. You guys have something to do with this?"
But
No, do you have any
we did
leads?
not do anything to that wall,
Nope.
and
Do you
that's the
have any
honest
ideas
truth.
on who it is?
All right. Give me a persuasion check, Corwin.
13.
He looks over to Corwin. He goes, "All right. Well, do you guys know where or who it might have been? We have a collapsed wall over here. Someone clearly was attacked. It's kind of a big deal.
I'd agree.
Do you
That
have
seems
any
above
leads
our
for
pay
us?"
grade. I'd suggest talking to the person who lives in that house. That's what I'd suggest.
I would also suggest that.
You see, he puts his hands on his hips and he looks over at Corwin and he goes, "Come
Yeah,
here." You walk up
he'll walk
to
forward.
Roderick and he kind of like brings his head next to your shoulder and kind of mumbles, "O'Flanagan called in a lot of favors for you. Now, I could have told him to get lost. Now, if you have any leads, I need to know. Don't play any games with me. We helped you.
Is
Help
do I
us."
I'm not playing any games. You asked if we had anything to do with that wall. To be
No, now
completely
I'm
honest,
asking
no.
you if you know of anyone who might have been involved.
I may have something of interest.
You're not going to tell me who it is, are you?
You see, I seem a bit light on coin.
You trying to get a bribe? You realize I can
can I hear
detain
what
you
you're
No.
for even
saying?
hinting at the fact of that.
Do you want information? This seems like a pretty good way to get it.
See, he looks back to
He'll
the
just hold
guards,
out his hand.
looks back to Corwin. "How much?"
Let's say there's 3 of us. Flanagan's gone at the moment. Say 1 gold and I'll tell you what I know.
1 gold.
It'll loosen me up a bit, yeah.
You see, he starts fumbling through his side pocket. "All right. 1 gold. Tell me what I need to know."
Thank you. He'll toss it back to Orbweeb.
Nice. I'm gonna catch it.
Give me a dexterity
Nice.
check to see if you catch it.
All right. I hope my
I'm trying to-
catching in this is better than my actual catching.
For real.
Shut up.
Hey, for me too. That was a mutual burn.
11.
Okay, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
The gold coin goes flying towards you, and you watch it shimmer as it's flying over the pavement, and you catch it.
Nice.
Dope.
Alright, so, if you'd like, we can take a step inside and I can tell you what I know. Just don't want too many ears.
Fine. Then you're gonna tell me what I need to know.
I will tell you what I know.
All right, let's go. He kind of leads you in. You guys step over the rubble as you're going inside. Dphomointhus and Orbweeb, are you following or staying outside?
I'll follow.
Follow, okay. Orbweeb?
I'll
Yeah.
follow.
Okay, you guys
Yeah, I'll
follow
follow.
inside. You see Roderick enters. There's a couple of guards standing post. Roderick kind of waves his hand, and they exit, and you four are left alone inside what was a cabin. So, tell me what I need to know.
Uh, all right. So there's an older gentleman that lives in this house, which I'm pretty sure you're already privy to knowing. He wanted the
Uh,
flower.
what kind of flower?
Lotus
Um,
flower.
A
that
lotus
one.
flower.
Right.
Okay. Any idea
Something
why they
about
needed it?
his. Something about needing it for some type of potion or something like that. We didn't really ask. He wanted to go flower picking. We went flower picking. So we came back, gave said flower. Some shit happened, or show me friend O'Flanagan. Got quite acquainted with the wall back there.
You telling me Flanagan broke the wall?
I'm
Not by
saying
choice.
that for another gold, I'll tell you another part of what happened.
You want another gold piece?
You're wanting to know what happened? I've told you a good part of it. That's a couple leads right there. If you're wanting more of the story, that's another gold. I'm willing to
Hmm.
give you information, and anything I come across here in the future, I'm willing to come and tell you.
Do you have any
Although, if
idea
you
what
do
we
end up,
did to help you? And you're trying to make
I'm
I'm
me
just
give you money for information?
what
I'm
I'm
just gonna
saying is, I'm very
interject
grateful.
on Corwin and be like, hey, I'll just let you know what's going on.
You're gonna tell me what's going on.
All I can tell you is there was a man that needed something that we had, and he turned into like a giant demon guy. It doesn't even sound real.
Demon guy. What are you talking about?
He wanted the flower for his sick wife, and when we got here, he transformed into a huge, all-powerful man. Does not sound real. And then he
Doesn't.
threw O'Flanagan into the wall. And O'Flanagan knew who this man was. If we could find him, he may be able to tell you, but we can't
So Flanagan is missing.
currently.
It sounds like him. Um,
But
can you
he would know who
describe
this man was.
this this man who transformed into a giant demon? He pulls out a notepad. You see, he pulls out a quill and he starts listening more intently.
Does anyone have any good descriptors of this guy?
He is elderly, really decrepit like looking. He could barely stand when we accepted the flower picking. Once we got here, he was acting fishy in a sense, but
Fishy.
strange.
What do you mean? Define
Like something
strange.
was, bo- but something was bothering him behind that door. That one.
Okay, that's good to know. Okay, what else?
Anyways, I'd say maybe he stood 5'8", 145 pounds, frail old man, silvery like hair.
Anything else?
The armor that the Mointes was saying seemed to animate upon him, and as it was happening, he was crying out, saying, "You promised this wouldn't happen." No, he wasn't talking to us at the time due to the fact we hadn't said nothing, but he kept his eyes looked sad and scared while this armor was attaching to him.
Okay, so
It seemed to come out of nowhere, and he had a giant sword, way too heavy for any normal man, especially a frail old one like him, to be able to carry.
like a broadsword, longsword.
No, I'm talking great swords, granddad. That's a big sword.
Anything else?
Um. Oh yeah, more figures having to pop up,
Oh yeah,
but
all these like other
Describe the
guys
figures.
came in too.
They all
that's
seem to be dead or un
Dead.
unliving.
Undead.
Unliving
Undead,
undead.
thank you.
Okay.
They could raise skeleton armies from the ground.
on
Like a
joint
necromancer?
I don't know what that
us.
is. My character
It's
doesn't.
it's myth. That's what it is. Okay. So how long you guys gonna keep pulling my leg?
Look, dude, I know
Oh,
it doesn't sound real. Can I like roll a persuasion?
Yeah.
All right. I don't persuade him.
12.
Can tell him, look, I understand how this all sounds, and if we had O'Flynnigan to help explain, because you clearly trust him more than you trust us, then it would make this a lot easier.
Trust. Oh, I'm gonna put that down in my notes. Hold on. Apparently, I trust O'Flynnigan.
Look, I don't
No,
know you or O'Flynnigan's relationship, or what the hell happened.
he's a thief and untrustworthy. He had a few debts that paid off, and we owed him a favor. End of story.
Alright,
Oh.
but that big hole there kind of speaks for itself that something happened, and obviously we couldn't have done that.
You know what I'm thinking?
You've
Doesn't
ran
it?
our history,
I'm thinking you guys got what you needed from O'Flynnigan, and you killed him. Maybe one of you sent him through that
right?
wall over there, and you're
And
back at
how
the
could
You
scene
we
of the
have done
crime.
that?
How could we have naturally thrown him like that?
Hmm.
He overtowered
look
us by most of
look at
us by
us.
a foot.
Look at us.
Okay.
You think this could do that?
Let's say magic is involved. Any of you have the possession of magic prowess about you?
I prowess. I dabble.
Dabble how?
You know, just the loot.
You play the lute.
I, yeah, you know, I have magic in my fingertips. I play really good. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah, my ex-wife said the same thing and she was wrong. So, what about you, Corwin?
I have seem to have stumbled upon some magic that won't leave. So yeah, at the moment, I have some abilities that I'm not very proud of.
Describe these abilities.
Um, I don't know, I can put my hand out and sometimes I can push this weird electricity pulsing thing out of me hand.
Corwin.
Show me.
Shh,
The
not just
wall.
some kind of trick pony.
The wall. Over there. Show me. Shoot it.
Fine,
Hey, I think
shut
now
it.
you're just trying to get us in trouble.
Yeah,
No, I'm the guard captain. The only one who's going to detain you here is me. I can tell them to burn down this building. The only one who gets to have a say in it is the mayor. Maybe the royal guard.
No,
But as far as I know, they're
right,
nowhere near the city right now. So, that wall
where do you
right there,
want me to shit?
shoot that wall. Put a hole in it. Do
Fine.
something.
Might want to step to the side. I'm still learning this. I would hate to hit you.
Okay. He kind of gets out of your way and stands beside you and just kind of waits patiently for you to shoot the wall.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay.
That's a 19 and yeah, so 19.
Okay. 19. You guys are watching. Corwin kind of like brings his right foot back and he drags it along the wood like he's preparing to muster all of his strength. He brings up his arm. He brings his hand back and you watch this purple like energy begins to radiate from him and it begins to wrap around him, goes down his arm, wraps around his arm. He stares at the wall It climbs up his wrist, climbs in his wrist, goes into his palm. It begins to form. Poof, poof. Nothing happens. Is he looking at you and he's like,
Like I said, I'm learning.
I mean, something was there, but not much. Okay. It's worth notating. What's your last name, Corwin? What's your surname? Tell me your
Attleberry.
Attleberry. Okay. Attleberry. Suspect. Okay. You, over there. He's pointing over to Orbweeb. What's your deal?
What's your
Listen,
deal?
I can use magic, but at best I can make a flower bloom.
See, last I heard, you were a child, and they were your guardians. Clearly that's not true. So you mind... Tell me where you came from. How'd you get to the Waterfall Citadel?
Listen, I don't know. I travel places and I ended up here.
You
I travel
travel
all around
places
because
and ended up here.
yep.
Alright. He closes his notebook. Okay, I will keep your guys' witness stories into account. Um
Hey Wyatt,
yeah.
can I secretly use Druidcraft and make the whole room smell like a skunk?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Right on.
Okay, the whole room begins to just stink of skunk. Everybody give me a constitution check.
Fantastic. Means you too, Roderick.
Yep, you just
That's
rolled.
a 5.
Fuck.
9.
6,
Take a
5,
nice
9,
deep
and
breath.
18. Okay.
I
You
keep my
guys,
composure.
you guys are watching as Roderick goes, oh God, oh, and he just quickly runs out of the room and back over the rubble and over to his guards. Corwin, you start to feel like you're gonna puke, breathing this in, and you feel the urge to get away. What do you want to do?
I get out of there.
Get out of there. Dphomointhus, you're chilling. You don't even smell it. You're just sitting there and you're just like, why is everybody leaving? What's going on?
I'm just gonna see this as an opportunity for us to leave and head out with them because the guards, for some reason, distracted.
Okay. You guys all head out of the what was the cabin and rejoin the guards and Roderick outside. And Roderick turns over to all of you and he says, "Just is O'Flanagan dead?"
We wish
Unknown.
we knew.
You don't know. When was the last time you saw O'Flanagan? When he went through the wall?
Last night. Yeah,
And when did he go through the wall?
last night.
Oh,
Approximately
after
what
the
time?
animated.
Late.
Late. Okay.
It'd be late evening. So you got early evening, evening, late evening. Well after most people's supper.
Noted. So let me make sure I got this correct. An old man needed a flower to save his wife. You brought him that flower. The flower was called the lotus flower.
Yes.
You brought it to him. He was overtaken by some magic armor, and he turned into a giant demon, and then proceeded to attack O'Flanagan through the wall. Is that what I'm getting?
Yes.
That's the long and skinny of it.
Okay. Uh, Thank you for your information. I will have to ask that you guys clear the scene. Corwin Attleberry, we will be keeping our eyes on you. You are one of our official suspects. But please don't take Don't take it too harsh. We have over 90 suspects already, so it's not that big of a deal. Okay.
Oh, he'll whisper to Orbweeb, do I tell him about the cult?
Uh, I don't think he'd believe us if we tried.
That's fair. Yeah, we're good to go.
All right. Thank you for the information, and maybe I'll see you guys around. Maybe I won't. Have a good day. Please move along. Move along. See, Roderick kind of just rejoins over to his guards, and they start exchanging notes. He's going over what you guys told him. He gives you guys one last look and kind of gives a nod and looks back to his guards. Where are you going?
West.
Towards the west gate.
Okay.
West
You
gate.
guys start making your way towards the western gate, and we will take a 10-minute break.
Oop.
All right. Be back in 10. Okay. So you guys are heading to the western gate.
Yes, sir.
All right. You pass through the shopping center. You walk down some ways, and eventually you come around to a corner where there's a long line in front of you. And in this long line, towards the very end, you do see the western gate. Much different from the eastern gate. The western gate seems to be a lot more guarded. Um, it's a very large palace type archway, almost like it's made of marble, and the doors seem to be double reinforced wooden barrier doors, like they're designed for a siege. And at those doors, you can see about 10 posted guards accepting IDs. They'll crack open the doors a little bit and let people go in, a few people at a time, and they continue repeating that process. What do you guys want to do?
I'll just head towards the gate to get out of here.
All
Yeah,
right.
I mean, I guess let's get in line and get on out.
Got
Okay.
our passes.
You guys are in line ahead of the gate. Some time passes by, about 10, 15 minutes. You conversate with some individuals. Everyone seems pretty ordinary. Nobody really gives you a shock. Everybody give me perception checks.
Okay, give me 2 seconds. I'm writing some notes.
No worries.
Nat 20!
Nice.
And to couple that, a 4.
Nat 20, 4, and Orbweeb is still writing down notes. No worries, Orbweeb.
I'm working on it. Working
You're
on
good.
it. Perception?
Yes.
Okay.
You got
6.
6. Okay, so Orbweeb and Dphomointhus, you don't see it, but Corwin, as you're looking around, you look up to the building tops again. And this time, when you look at the building tops, you see a certain individual. Um, this time in black robes and glowing green, smoky eyes and a skeletal face. You see him with a scythe at the top. Same individual you were fighting in the previous episode, watching over you and the entire line at the western gate in silence.
Do you see a grandfather clock?
I'll kind of nudge them both. Big.
Can I try to take a look in the direction again?
Yeah, he points slightly, not to alert everybody else, but just to you guys, and you two look up and you see him. You
Oh,
see the
shit.
skeletal man with his scythe, his green smoky, the green smoke kind of forming in the eye holes of his skull.
Awesome.
I'm just gonna pull my robe over my head and just continue to make my way through the line.
Okay, you guys all turn away from him.
Yeah.
Okay,
There's not a
you
lot we
guys,
can do besides.
yeah, you guys all turn. You wait in line. Some more time passes by. You finally get to the gate, and a couple of guards look up and they greet you. You hand over your world passes, and you guys walk through the western gates. You're greeted with an open meadow. You see some people are riding in their carriages, other people on horses, some people are setting up camp. You walk down the meadow for a little while, and just a moment. You guys
Okay.
walk down the meadow for a little while, and at the very end, you see someone is waiting for you at the distance at the end of this trail. You look ahead, and as you get closer, you see he's covered in armor, his arms wrapped. In one hand, he holds a long sword, and in the other hand, a behemoth blade. You see the eyes that looked pained and mournful now look yellow and electrifying. You see steam kind of forms out of his mask, out of his helmet, I should say. And he says, "Do you know who I am?"
No.
Do you know?
You're the old man.
Do you know who the cult of Vecna is capable of? Who is in the cult of Vecna?
I'm going to assume you're in the cult of Vecna.
I'm merely just an avatar for one of its members. You see one of his eyes return to the mournful look and the other one so electrifying. And he says, "You met him in the cabin. His name is Greed. He's one of the 7 deadly sins for the cult of Vecna. And they know what you have in your possession, and they will not stop trying to hunt you. And it starts with me." Are you prepared to die?
No.
No.
Right now. No, thank you.
No.
Timing really inconvenient.
Yeah, I mean, I think I just have some stuff that I'd rather do instead.
You see, he brings up the behemoth blade and he rests it over his shoulder. And he starts walking steadily towards you guys, and a voice chimes out from behind. And he says,
"I don't think we really have time for this."
and with that, you can hear what sounds like, "Meow." And you guys turn around, and you see O'Flanagan and Steve are side by side walking up to you guys. And he looks over to Corwin, then to Dphomointhus, then to Orbweeb, and he says, "Are you
All okay? Is everything alright?
No, everything's not alright. That
The
thing kicked
Yeah.
my ass last night.
He looks back over to the man and he speaks out.
Avatar of Greed. You will let us pass.
The man wearing the armor, he speaks out and he says, "They won't let me let you pass, and I can't be free until I get that egg." He brings up his sword, and you watch as this yellow lightning begins to form around it, and it kind of swirls into like a whirlwind, a hurricane with lightning involved, and he begins to charge it back, and he, with blinding speed, he strikes forward, and he gets ready to swing his blade at all 3 of you, and that is where we will end the session.
yeah.
Stop. What?
I was ready to fuck him up. I was like, let me fucking.
Let me do this. Let me do this.
I was like on my weapons sheet. I was like,
For real, I was like,
It's
hold on,
going
hold
what
on.
I got going
down.
on here?
It's going down.
Nar.
Literally no use right now. My hands be fucked.
My hands be
Uh,
fucked.
Do you guys have any questions about about your characters
No,
or anything?
What the fuck?
No? All right.
No.
That has been.
How do I
Can we-
fix my
can we
hand?
level up? Can I level up?
Not yet.
Can we
Hey,
level
can
up?
I level up now?
No.
Please.
I don't want to be level 2 anymore.
I want more spells before
Level
I
2 and you're
fight
having us
it.
fight one of the 7 deadly sins.
Not
You
technically.
bitch.
Not technically. But
Okay, the avatar
an
of a
avatar
7th deadly
of one
sin.
of the 7 deadly sins. It kind of it speaks volumes for what is in store for this campaign. And with that, Trillian, thanks for hanging out. Everybody else who is here as well, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with us. And I hope to see you guys in episode 5. This has been episode 4, Subspace, a Exiled history. And we will see you next time.
Doodaloo.